What's up everybody, JD here. Going to be trying to install the pop and lock on my Toyota Tacoma today. So here's everything that is laid out. You have the actuator here that you're going to have to run through the bottom of the tailgate through these two grommets. You have the long cable that you're going to run underneath of the truck. You have the jumper cable here that you're going to plug into the existing factory harness. This is going to plug into the end of the cable and into your cables here. I'll show you how to do that when we get to that. And you're going to need a 10mm for your bolt to take your bolt out, and you're going to need a T30 to remove all of the bolts from your tailgate. Let's go ahead and start with the tailgate. All right, once you have it removed and you've replaced that 10mm bolt, this is what the factory bolt looked like when it came out. That has been removed. It is a little bit shorter, as you can see there, a lot shorter. This gold bolt here is the one that you replaced it with, and what the actuator is doing is it's actually gonna, when activated, it's gonna flip the lock up and down. So once you've installed that, go ahead and reinstall your control arm here, like so. The next thing you're going to want to do is pop out the factory grommets. This one's going to be a little bit harder to get to. The bed kind of overhangs it, so you may need a screwdriver if your pry tool won't work. This one a little bit harder. I ended up kind of needing a little miniature pry tool, just something to kind of get these little tabs here to disengage. So the one thing they're not showing really well in these videos is how to get these off. This piece here overlaps and clips down. So that's what you're looking for once you pull them out, to clip them over. So I'm keeping all of the OE parts together. Not that I plan to turn this back, but just in case. All right, so it looks like the female connector goes in here. So we're gonna route this into the tailgate. Easy peasy. And then we're going to take the male connector and we're going to route that underneath into the bed, underneath of it, underneath the vehicle. So once that goes in, just go ahead and feed it some wire. You should be able to see that pretty easily under the truck. All right. All right, so with the grommets installed, they're okay. This one here seems to be pulling a little bit. All right, let's get up under the truck and see if we can find these. Oops, I'm blocking, sorry guys. Now that the cable is out, you're gonna get your extended cable and you're gonna run it along this wire here. Hopefully you're able to see this. I'm at such a bad angle, guys. And then run it along over the tire, which is gonna be a little tricky, but not awful. So let's go ahead and see if we can set this up so that you can see. Hopefully you're able to see this. All right, I'm doing my best here, guys. So I use this zip tie to secure the harness itself, and then I ran zip ties all down through here with them hanging down so I could see them, and then I had to route it over the tire onto the other side here. So I don't know how well you can see that. I'm gonna try to pan, and hopefully you were able to kind of see where that cable came out. So it's a little dark in here, but the one that you want is actually back here. This one that is closest to the body, according to the instructions. It may be easier to pull out both to get to the one that you need. So this is the 10-pin connector. So next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to connect your blue and your green into the adapter here. They should snap into place, and then you will want to go ahead and plug in your adapter to the harness here, making sure that your blue and your green are facing the correct way. Once you've verified that your blue and your green cables are correct, you're going to want to match it up to your blue and your green cables here. The rest you will not need. So I have found the blue cable, and I have found the green cable. All right. And then go ahead and zip tie everything and button everything up. So I ended up going with a grommet that was, let me put that flashlight back for you guys so you can see. A grommet that was kind of under the seat there. You might be able to see it from here. So that grommet there, right above the frame. I gotta finish zip tying everything up, but that's the one I ended up going through. It was just a little bit easier to get to, and it was really close to the front seat. It was 4 14mm bolts to lift the seat up so I could get underneath without having to fight it. And then I just made a little hole just big enough for the actual cable to go through. All right, everything's hooked up, wired up. Let's see. There we go. Awesome. Works perfectly. I'm gonna finish buttoning this up. We're gonna reinstall the 30T30 clips. I'm sorry, the 30. I think there's 16 of them. We're gonna reinstall that and we should be done. Well, that wraps up the install here, guys. Very happy with the product and how everything worked. Everything was buttoned up. I would say probably allow for like half hour to 45 minutes taking your time. The actual longest part for me was actually routing the wiring underneath the truck, and that was because I had to like stop and kind of record. I ended up running it with the electrical all the way up to the gas tank, and then with the gas tank I ended up kind of going up and over the framing there. I couldn't quite reach around the gas tank. That was my biggest hang up. And then I just ran it on the inside of the frame where I saw other electrical going. And then when I got right underneath the passenger seat, up over the frame and into the cab. So not too bad. Just give yourself a little bit of time, be patient, definitely check your videos. I think this could be done, you know, inside of an hour easily. I hope this helped you. If you enjoyed, leave a like, consider subscribing if you're not subscribed. Affiliate links are down in the description to help you with this. Anything that you would need, including the pop and lock product itself out there on Amazon. It's definitely recommendable, and I will include a long-term update for those of you who are interested to see how it has held up over time when I'm doing other updates with the truck. I'm out of here. Have a great week. Peace.